position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Running to the left. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are. And now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. To throw, it's Isaac. Unloads it left. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. The gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out all.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Fires downfield. Got his man on the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Gets it out fast. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Grab behind the line. It's Thomas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
It's 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He'll take it himself. And tackled there by the defense. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Goal line defense, and he gets nothing as he stopped right at the 2.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. That's a good run to give them some breathing room. Pick up a 3 out to the 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The run to the left. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. To the air. It's Isaac. Finds his man. It's Lacy. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Trojans will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. shotgun. Running into the open space. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Maryland is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up 14 over Wake Forest. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for space, it's Sims. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Breaks into the open. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive.
Easy.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. pursuit here. Got a little space. Got enough for the first. Open space in the middle. Pass to 30. Pass to 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to buy time.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Isaac. That's caught. It's Sims. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4 down territory. The offense still on the field. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's in open space downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find some parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there. As we get closer to the playoff, it becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good improvement.
It's a fumble! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long...
Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Gets it to the back. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Isaac. Fires left. With the catch, it's Lacy. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for room. It's Sims. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Trojans are facing 3rd and inches. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll run play action. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for them.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal, And 3rd and long. Big guy smells it. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quick release on the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flips it out in the flat. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Isaac. Going over the top. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And the quarterback Knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. From the gun. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll start this drive going to the air. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Got his man on the outside. There he goes. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That's caught. It's Floretta. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose down the left side. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Lets it fly. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And the Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now on the move. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the punishment has been extended. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Dropping back, it's Isaac. This time on target. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Lacy. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. tight end finds a soft spot. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Trying to pound it in. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Got it behind the line. It's Floretta. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking to throw, it's Isaac. Buys a little time with his feet. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Looking to the big tight end. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Quarterback making checks. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
PAT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kid Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Marshall. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Working the middle. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Creates a little room, and the defense snows him under after a very short game.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those.
Turning it on! And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The toss to the outside. There is just nowhere to run. 3 straight times and not one single inch forward on any of them.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Isaac. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. No huddle offense to the line.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Isaac. Using his feet to buy time. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Got his man. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. Because snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Lost to throw again. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Isaac. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California, late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage, and these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more stop and hang on to this lead. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Took a shot as he threw. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. I'm going for it on 4th down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing, but I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yardage to get this 4th down and move the sticks.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's Isaac. Going for 6. Touchdown Trojans! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 10 over Wake Forest. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback keeps it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, then they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
I think you got to try to win it here. Don't run the risk of going to overtime. Here's a heat. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. He hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
A nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, we're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're in a perfect situation here, David. Just make sure you drain the clock and you have the last play.
100%. You can't lose. That's how you want to do it. Lead the clock. Get in a position, Jesse, where you kick the field goal and the clock's hit 0.
It just comes down to which plays that you can run in your sleep here. Easy things you can go out and execute to give your kicker the best shot at winning you this game.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a crease. It's Sims. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Power football with the run. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, USC.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.